Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Brunch and BS. I appreciate you coming in. I am Jen.Cohen, your host, and it is saucy in the chat already. And it seems like my Nightbot is sleeping right now because I don't see it coming up with any of my hashtags. So we may just have to kick Nightbot. And see what it actually wants to do, because it says that Nightbot is online, but it doesn't seem like it's working. So we will see. Anyway, I'm so pleased that you guys are here today. We are going to be talking about A Wrinkle in Time. Nah, that's just my laugh line. So we're going to be talking about wrinkles. We're going to be talking about fillers. We're going to be talking about all the things that happen to be done. So yeah, where are we, Nightbot? Show's on. Let's go, Nightbot. It usually kicks in if it hasn't already after a few minutes. So we'll try to be kind to it. So I did want to mention that I pinned a post at the top of the chat. So if you'd like to check out the associated blog post, it is available to you. First one in this morning was Mr. Scotty J. Thank you so much for coming in with a big whoop whoop. He is here for Brunch and BS. Fantastic. And Mr. Eddie Lugo, Brooklyn's in the house with a yo, 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 and a, oh my goodness, a throwback to last night's The Usual Suspects, which went downhill. And Scott from Controversial Cruising is here. Thanks so much for coming in, Scott. Great to have you here. Y'all are shouting out to each other, and yeah, Nightbot is not picking up yet. So you guys are hilarious. The Nightbot link, the new one is Colonel Angus, as a throwback to last night, but it does seem like Nightbot is sleeping. So let's see. And Scotty J says, yes, God, sweet baby Jesus, take the wheel. I love it. I love it. I love it. And no, Scotty J, I did not create that hashtag yet. Let's see. It is going straight into the gutter before I even start, which is great. It's right where it belongs. I don't know that it's Scotty's fault. I think it was everybody's fault last night. So it's what we do. It's how we roll. Fantastic. And Aaron is coming in. Thank you for joining us this morning. He is saying good morning to the tribe and brunch bunch. Say that 10 times fast. Joe Hupp is here. Thank you. Oh my goodness. 1:30 a.m. Monday morning here on the East Coast of Australia. I appreciate you interrupting your sleep to join us today, Joe. Awesome that you are here. Yeah, I don't think Nightbot has woken up yet. Let's see. We will give it some time. And Donna, good morning. Thank you so much for coming in. Great to see you. Hope you had fun last night. Folks saying good morning to each other. Fantastic. And yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. I don't think Nightbot is doing its thing this morning. We'll see as I get further into the chat. And Shannon is here. Good morning. Hello, Shannon. So great that you are here, my friend. And Cruising Complete is here. Barry, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you. Danny Dizzle, the Fizzler, spectacular supporter. I can't keep track of your name anymore, Danny. Thank you so much for coming in. It's great to have you here. And Linda Toman Creates. Thanks, Linda. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, where are you at, Nightbot? Let's wake up. Let's see. So everybody shouting out to everybody else. Fantastic. And there we go. Score. We have Nightbot. That is the Wabbit. Hashtag. Visit Chet Robin and Sensei Wabbit at Sea Leg Journeys with their link. And if you want to try it again, Whoop actually worked. So that is a whoop whoop to join Scotty J. So that one worked. And Colonel Angus worked too. And if you know, once a woman is introduced to Colonel Angus, She'll settle for nothing less. And Danny's saying, listen, Linda, listen. Fantastic. This is awesome. I'm so pleased that it is finally working and it is catching up. Nightbot reminding you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And more important than subscribing to me is subscribing to Helping Hands for Cruising. So that link will be popping up as well. So awesome that everybody is saying hey to each other. And hello, Joe. Hope you're feeling better from Donna. We all hope that. And here we go. Joe is dropping the hashtag tribe, which is going to put up his YouTube channel. That is awesome. So here we go. Listen, Linda, listen. That's your favorite, Shannon. I'm glad. I'm glad that's one of them. And here is Nightbot actually reminding you of the coffee fundraiser that Helping Hands for Cruising has year round. If you are a coffee drinker or a tea drinker and you already are ordering your coffee or tea online, why not do it and benefit Helping Hands for Cruising? The organization gets 25% of every order, and they also have some delicious snacks over there as well. So if you haven't already checked it out, I highly encourage you to do so and share it with other people you know who are coffee fans. Fantastic. Oh, last night, this morning, I ducked out at 11 Eastern time at 10 Central time. Denise said that y'all kept it going until midnight Central time. So that was a couple hours past when I was going to stay up. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. You're still struggling. Sick, not sick, sick, all in one. That doesn't sound fun. Oh, my goodness. And yes, Danny, there it is. Conolangus. Hashtag drop on the deck and flop like a fish. That's a first, Scott. I haven't seen that one before. So no, I have not created that one. I'm so glad that Nightbot finally woke up because it just would have been no fun without it. And again, there is our quote for Conolangus. Scott is shouting out to everyone. Fantastic. Thank you, Captain Controversy. So much. Oh, what was last night? What did I miss? Okay. Shannon, they do a show at 8 o'clock, starting at 8 o'clock Central Time, called The Usual Suspects. And it's a whole panel discussion. And last night it went downhill into the gutter fast. Really fast. So it was talk about conolangus. It was talk about motorboating. It was off the hook. It was really crazy. And Liz, the cruising lizard, is here. Good morning, sweetie. Thank you so much for coming in. Awesome to have you here. Oh my goodness. Everyone's saying good morning. And yep, Eddie's Usual Suspects Live is what happened last night. I will have to send you a link to that because holy cow, it is crazy. And yes, hashtag yo, yo, yo will tell you that Brooklyn is in the house and ask you to join Eddie over at his channel. And Donna dropping my hashtag there, purple, because sometimes blue and red just can't keep their hands off each other. Nightbot is finally awake, and thank goodness for that. I appreciate that. So, since it's after dark on the other side of the world, does that mean we're clear for launch off the rails? Hey, Aaron, we are always clear to be off the rails. It's brunch and BS. So, absolutely. Yeah, Shannon, it was like a 4-hour live. It was absolutely crazy. So here is, yes, with the whole panel, there were like 9 or 10 people up there. It was absolutely crazy. Nightbot is also reminding you to participate in the current Helping Hands for Cruising fundraiser with a blend above. You can order your dips, mixes, drink mixes, etc. online. Everything is priced between $6 and $30, so very reasonably priced. This is just for the folks in the US and Canada, so I am sorry for the people who are not there anymore, are not living in these two countries. So, absolutely other. Yep. Coffee is eternal, Aaron. It keeps going on and on. Do I expect any less from you? No, Scott. I do not expect any less. Absolutely. So, you're so glad I didn't come up on the panel. It went down the tubes last night. I don't know who started it, either Zach or Cheryl. Oh, you're going to blame them, Danny? I think it was a group effort. Oh, Shannon, but the gutter is my home and I didn't even know. Oh my goodness. Link to subscribe. Yeah, I'll just give you a link over to Eddie's channel so you can get to that. Cheryl is not her own hashtag yet. I need to make a hashtag for Cheryl. I think that after last night, it might be hashtag motorboating. And Laura is in. Good morning, Laura. Thank you so much for coming in this morning, sweetie. Bill, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. So excellent to have you here. Oh, hashtag Cheryl should take you to your Apple calendar to let you know what day and time it is. That is too funny. I am not responsible for the comments made public at the usual suspects panel. Wink, wink. Awesome. So, actually, no. Laura now lives in the US, Joe. So she is on Central Time in here. So fantastic. Great that everyone is saying hey to each other. Yeah, it was 4 hours last night. I know they have gone longer, but I was not going to stay up that late. So here we go. Captain Controversy helping out. Thank you, Scott. Here's Eddie's channel link. Make sure that you are subscribed over there. It is fantastic. So it is actually not 11:40 p.m. In Laura's world. She's not in Perth anymore. That's where she was originally from, but she lives in the US now. So fantastic. Love that. Love that. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate that. And Bill, you take that jacket off yet? I love it. Wrong person, Eddie. Laura SH is a fellow Aussie. Yeah, she actually is a fellow Aussie, but she lives in the US now. So she's on my time. So there we go. Who else is coming up with wait, hashtag wait, and hashtag gutter balls? I like that. I may have to do that one. Ooh, hashtag great Scott. That would be another good one. Oh my gosh, you guys are coming up with some really great ones. I have to make a note of some of these because I don't want to forget about that. So all good now. I'm so freaking lost. You're not lost. Who was the last one with you, Eddie? Who was last one standing? I am curious to know too. Dave or Sherman? And Billy coming in. Bamanola, thank you so much for joining us this morning. There is a blame, Scott. Actually, it's Scott's fault. Oh my goodness. Captain Scott. There we go. Billy. And on the bright side, at least it keeps them off the streets and out of trouble. Well, I don't know about out of trouble, but it keeps us off the streets. Awesome. Thank you for subscribing. Fantastic. We don't have Eddie's fault. Eddie's got yo, yo, yo. It doesn't have Eddie's fault. So fantastic that you guys are all having fun with this. Gutter balls, when you have the chutzpah to say that naughty thing you ought not to say. I love it. Nice use of the Yiddish word of the week. Let's actually segue over to the Yiddish word of the week. I have something special for you this week, boys and girls, so let's try it now.
It's time to play a word from Buddy's Cabaret. From schlepp to crown, we've got the knack, bringing old school chutzpah back. Say it loud, give it flair, a little Yiddish everywhere. Laugh, learn, maybe even fetch. It's Yiddish word of the week, you mensch. So grab a nosh and let's get verklempt in a good way.
It is time for the Yiddish word of the week, which is oy vey. Oy vey is an expression of dismay or woe. It is often abbreviated to just oy, or elongated to oy vey is mir, which is oy vey is me. Oh, woe is me. So I know a lot of people use oy vey, but that is the definition. So there we go. Danny says she was there. Denise, Sherman, and Dave, those were the last ones standing. Oh my gosh. Uncle Dave, Sherman, Dee Dee, and Frank. I love it. I love it. This is too funny. So, wow, I won both. Both bets. You were betting on those people to be the last one standing, so you won both bets. That was good. That was good. You doubled your money on Sherman, and I got money back on Uncle Dave. You were a betting man. I appreciate that. That is very, very funny, though. HH4C is another another hashtag that we have. If you want to share out the helpinghandsforcruising.org website and also their YouTube channel. Again, it is way more important to me that we subscribe to Helping Hands for Cruising than anyone else. We want to get them monetized, and we've got to get them to 500 subscribers to do it. So make sure you go over there and you subscribe if you haven't already. And Billy says it's always hashtag Eddie's fault. So now I'm going to have to do that one. Oh, you like that? Jen dancing on the screen is too classic. You like that? Oy vey, I gotta wake up Eddie tomorrow morning. Exactly. Danny D, aka the sweet little angel. Now Eddie's gonna chime in on that. But oy vey last night, yes, absolutely. And by the end of the semester, we will have covered all the Yiddish words in the theme song for your Yiddish word of the week, right? Yes, I am going to cover all of them that are in the theme song. That is fantastic. And yes, Frank was Greg from Cruise Life TV. He was dressed up, and he and Michelle were hilarious last night. So Danny's asking Scott if he fell asleep, and the answer is totally. So, oh my gosh. 11 more in the chat at the 4-hour mark, Eddie. Wow, that is crazy. On the couch midway through the live. I had to duck out myself, Scott. I could not. I was still sleeping there, Eddie. I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. And yeah, Danny outlasted Scott. No wake up to Eddie. That's worse than wake up Eddie, not my job. That's Alice's job. Yes, it is. Our favorite used car salesman, Frank, was our favorite used car salesman. I was lucky that I didn't buy a used car from him last night because he's got some powers. He's got some sales skills. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So, speaking of cars, I'm going to check out a GMC Yukon Denali. Okay. It is almost 200 grand Aussie. Wow. That's a lot of money. Those pancakes are beginning to look really good now, Jen. I think all the food is definitely looking good, and my dancing latke was doing it too. So you guys are so funny. Yeah, Frank's got some graphic powers too. That is a true statement, Linda. Oh my goodness gracious. It was definitely off the hook. Off the hook, off the charts, off the I don't know what people say. Oh, and Todd is coming in. Chef Todd, click, click, bloody click, pancakes. Love it. Num, 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 num. I love it. Okay. Yeah. Great balls of fire. It was crazy. So, what are we going to talk about? Yeah. So, you almost fell out of your chair when you saw the Yukon that's at your local GM specialty vehicle dealer. I can talk this morning. I must need more coffee. Oh my goodness. Okay, off the chain. There we go. Joe saying hey to Todd. And you get to meet Frank and V, aka Cruise Life TV, and Uncle Dave in 2 weeks. I know, Danny, your meetup is going to be so much fun. Danny saying good morning to Chef Todd. And I actually have 10 days, speaking of countdowns, 10 days to Comic Con, which is super exciting. So there we go. That's still over 120K US, maybe double what it would cost here. I don't know. I'd look into buying here and pay for shipping. I can only imagine. And coffee is my friend, 100%. 100%. And a blanket good morning from Chef Todd. There we go. Coffee is my bloodline, says Eddie. I know that. I know people who actually like have it intravenously. Thank you, Chef Todd. 10 days until I'm free. Okay. Free because you are usually so restricted in what you are able to do or what you are allowed to do around here. I think that's complete bullshit if I had to call it something. Shannon, a lot of that is the cost of re-engineering the car from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. Oh, I didn't realize they had to retool it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, Danny, Chef Todd is sassy every day. It's every day. Walk away, Chef, says Eddie. I'm actually going with Shannon. So there we go. So you stepped in it now. Love you. Love you too, sweetie. Shannon's mind is blown there. Before you get into trouble, chutzpah. I love it. I love it. Yes. So Shannon and I have 10 days before we leave for San Diego Comic Con. We have all kinds of fun things planned. We have a party to go to. We have a Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes podcast that we're going to watch being recorded. It should be a really good time. We're going out for dinner with some friends, and it should be an awesome, awesome trip. And also, it's San Diego. So, I mean, the weather is going to be fantastic. So these are shipped in left-hand drive, as are the Chevrolet Silverado trucks and Corvettes. Joe, explain to me why they are shipped in as left-hand drive and they don't just build them as right-hand drive. I didn't know that was like a thing, but maybe that's just how they come off the assembly line. Not sure. Yeah, Comic-Con, very nice. I cannot wait to see it. Staying tuned. Okay, Joe, I can't wait for you to show us. So here we go. Danny says, Todd, you better watch out. You never know what Jen will do while you're sleeping. Ooh, that sounds ominous, Danny. I like it. There's something like that happening here in Atlanta too. Soon I might go. You should, Eddie. Those conventions are a lot of fun. And the Yiddish word for Chef Todd, putz. I love it. I love it. I thought at nearly 200K Australian that Yukon would be bulletproofed. I'm with you, Aaron. That sounds like an awful lot of money. In a nutshell, the American lines aren't tooled to make right hand. Oh. So the American assembly lines only do the left-hand drive cars, and then they have to be retrofitted when they get to Australia. That is fascinating and guarantees that I will never drive in Australia. So that's a good thing. Okay, due to American standards, once the auto gets here, it has to obey the specifications by the auto companies here. Sounds like a bunch of ... What is it, Eddie? What is it? A bunch of BS. Well, it is brunch and BS, so there is time for BS. Love it, love it. Okay, so we haven't talked about wrinkles. We haven't talked about fillers or aging or any of that stuff that I was intending on talking about, which is fine. I'm having quite a good time in the chat and just, chatting with all of you. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about what you are doing with, actually, I think it is singular, Scott. I think it's hashtag sausage. Forget about it. Love it. The only lines that were tooled to build right-hand cars were the GMC plant in Spring Hill, Tennessee. They actually built the GMC Acadia as a Holden. Really? That is fascinating. So we've covered laugh lines very extensively. My laugh lines are definitely getting a workout today. And Zach is here driving and listening. Thank you so much, Zach. Thanks so much for coming in. And Joe, it is singular. It's hashtag sausage, which will remind you to visit Liz and Chris. And welcome to the Sausage Fest. So you can join CCA there. And yes, indeed. Linda says, I've earned every stripe, so living with all the lines and creases. I agree with you, and that is actually what my blog post is about. And the wholesome Mr. Zach types in hashtag Conolangus and gets the announcement. So, yep. Holy crap. Love it, love it. And a big good morning to you, Zach. This is everybody saying hey to each other. And Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, thank you so much for coming in. Hey, y'all. Is going to Disney World. There we go. Anyone remember when Jen thought she could, quote, never go live? Yeah, I've gotten over that, Scott, apparently. So everybody's shouting out to each other. Fantastic. I love that. I got frown lines on my forehead. I hate them with a passion. You know what? It's funny because I get Botox for my migraines. And when they do the Botox, they do 3 shots right here because of tension headaches, because I, cringe up. So they do them there, and it has really helped the 11 lines a lot, I will say. I'm not big on the idea of fillers and stuff like that, but yeah. Danny's saying hey to Tiffany, and Shannon says, wrinkles don't bother me. It's the sagging skin. Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun. It is part of getting old. It is part of just our aging, but it's brutal, man. It is not for the faint of heart. So you love the hashtag already. Okay. It is part of getting older, but depends. I love my wrinkles. I earned every one of them, says Tiffany. I'm with you, Tiffany. I absolutely am embracing them, and there we go. Oh my gosh. Scott, Jen, she's our woman. If she can't do it, no woman can. Love the chant. I'm there. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there are all kinds of lines and creases and everything else. And you know what? I earned them all, just like I earned the gray. I totally embrace it. And like I said, I pinned my blog post at the top of the chat. So if you're interested in kind of reading a little bit more about my thoughts around fillers and lines and all of that, please feel free. So gray hair is another one. Another thing I'm not looking forward to as I get older. You know what's funny, Joe? The men in Chef Todd's family go gray very early. Well, the women too. But that whole side of the family just goes gray early. So Chef Todd was starting to go gray like when we were still in our 20s and our early 30s. He was going seriously gray. So I don't equate gray hair with age necessarily. Just like some people equate glasses with getting older, I've been wearing glasses or contacts since I was, gosh, 9 years old. 4th grade is when I first started wearing glasses. So again, I don't equate glasses with age because it was something that I had when I was a kid. So, a lot of these things that some people equate with age, it depends on your perspective. It depends on where you go with it. And Eddie says, I'm just glad that I don't look my age yet. Adding the yet. And baldness. Going bald is a big fear for Joe. Okay, there we go. So Chris has a lot of gray, more salt and pepper. I'm just starting to see a few gray hairs. Mine is definitely salt and pepper and gosh, Eddie is saying I got gray hair at 4 years old. Holy cat. See what I mean? People can go gray at any point in time. We went through high school with somebody who had like a gray streak in their hair always. It was a lack of pigment and they had like a stripe that was in their hair, and I just don't equate gray with old. And also, it was like, I don't know if it's still a trend right now, but there were a lot of younger people who were getting their hair dyed gray or dyed silver. So there we go. Are we getting wrinkles or shriveling up? I think we're pruning up, Barry. I think that's it. So 4th grade for glasses for you too, Shannon. Yeah, it's both. I think we're wrinkling up and shriveling up. Kind of just pruning as we go. And certain bits of body parts are starting to sag when people age. Yes, absolutely. Queen should have done gray bottom girls. Now I've got to rewrite some lyrics. Oh my gosh. Oh, Todd. Name the movie, kids. Bow to the gray bush. And shrinkage like Seinfeld. Oh my gosh. It's not the shrinkage, it's the sag. It's the sag, Scott. Oh my gosh. Cheddar. Zach is shouting out to everyone. Yeah, oy vey. The movie reference, by the way, is Grandma's Boy. I caught it, Chef Todd. I knew what it was. Gray hair isn't old. Now, white hair is a different story. Very true. Very true. It's definitely going from gray to a silver. And Joe says his mom is 71 and she's grayer than a cloud and has saggy bits. She's entitled at 71. She has earned the gray and she has earned the saggy bits. Absolutely. And Eddie, you definitely don't look a day over 100, says Billy. Bits? Yes, bits. She used to dye her hair to hide the gray. I did too for a long time. Travel Cake Trips is here. Good morning. Good afternoon to you. It is still morning for me, but good afternoon to you too. And saying hey to everybody in the chat. Big thanks to Billy for the compliment from Eddie. And Travel Cake Trips, we have been tripping. That is true, Danny. Yes, putting me in the main cause of the gray. Putting up with me is the main cause of the gray. You know what? That's what Todd's mom says. That the kids are the reason. Whippa! There we go. He's breaking out the whip. And Travel Cake Trips is saying hey to everybody, and everybody's saying hey back. Fantastic. And I loved your premiere yesterday. That beach was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Aaron says, my hair is salt and pepper, predominantly pepper everywhere but for the temples. Beard is way more salt than pepper. Yeah, that tends to happen. I actually was hoping that I would go more gray when I stopped coloring my hair. I thought it was going to be so incredibly gray, because when I was growing it out, it looked like it was just super gray with the delimited line there. It really was crazy. But it's pretty much stayed about the same level of salt and pepper for like coming up on 8 years since I stopped coloring it. So Shannon says her first gray hair was at 24 when I had my daughter. So again, I don't necessarily equate gray with getting old, because 24, you're still a baby. Of course, you're a baby having a baby. Here we go. Huipa is a Spanish saying that means something like, all right. We see it when we see each other. Puerto Ricans laugh out loud, pronounced huepa. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Was it crazy or crazy? Oh my goodness, Scott. A friend of mine has red hair. Gray stands out like the proverbial dog's breakfast. Glad that Travel Cake Trips showed Stirrup Cave, because we're going there again soon, and now we know what to expect. We were there in 2019. I'm sure it has changed since 2019. Those locations evolve and change and add more, and it's crazy. But I have not been there in quite a while. Would love to go back, and it really looked so beautiful. So Joe is saying, anyway, time for me to head to bed. I can't imagine why, given that it's coming up on 2 a.m. for you. Talk to you soon, Joe. Sleep well. Thank you so much for coming in. Zach says, I still can't believe we have a Conolangas hashtag. Kudos, Jen. And everybody's saying goodbye and see you around, and shalom to Joe. There we go. The tenders are a trip. Hopefully the port will be finished when you all go. There we go. That would be nice. I am with you. I am not a huge fan of the tender ports. It gets kind of crazy. And like you said in your video, people get a little nuts about getting in line and cutting in line and creating new lines, and it gets a little weird with the tenders. So I totally understand that. Okay. So what else can we talk about with fillers and wrinkles and laugh lines and all that kinds of things? What's a tender? A tender port is where, I keep forgetting that Shannon hasn't been on a cruise yet. Shannon, you will learn, my love. A tender port is when the ship is too large to actually dock in the port. So what they do is they drop anchor out in the ocean still, and then you take these smaller boats, these tender boats, into the port. So it's almost like a little water taxi. Or a piece of chicken breaded and fried. Thank you, Scott. That's very, very helpful and certainly makes sense in this. Book it. She's booked. She's going on the rock and roll tribute cruise with me. Oh, and she says, oh, hell no. Usually with ketchup or chicken. Ay, ay, ay. As I have said, just short of ad nauseum, ships keep getting bigger and they're like, every port will be a tender port. True story, Aaron. I've never cruised, so thanks for explaining. Okay, Tiffany, definitely. Awesome. Let's talk about how to get rid of those under eye bags when you get from being up all night on a cruise. Oh my goodness. Cold. Cold. You know what you do? This is a cheat, so you don't have to bring like pads with you or anything. Get 2 spoons. Put them in the cooler. Put them in the little mini fridge and let them cool down. And then you put the backs of the spoons on your eyes and it helps with the puffiness. So there we go. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that, but other people are chiming in. And Paul with PSV Odyssey is here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Paul. And Shannon says hemorrhoid cream, which does work for the bags under your eyes, by the way. Cucumber slices, yes, another good one that those are chilled. So everyone's saying hey to Paul, and Paul shouting out again. Hope you are doing well. You and Meg are doing fantastic. And Eddie is somehow shocked. Is this shocked face because of all of our suggestions for eye bags, or what is it? So awesome. I've also heard of Preparation H on the eyes. Yeah, it totally works. You don't want the ointment though, you want the cream. Because the ointment leaves too much grease and shine under the eyes, and the cream actually blends in. So make sure you get the cream. And we're getting eyes from Eddie. There we go. I love it. So many tips we could have. So many tips. So good to know. Yes, definitely go with the cream. And it works amazingly well. And it's so much cheaper than most of the eye creams out there. So much cheaper. You get like the big tube. Lasts forever. So Eddie's are you laughing at us, Eddie? Laughing at our beauty secrets? Our padding the eyes and getting rid of the eye bags and everything else. There are so many ways to combat it. It really is. I just got a new cooling eye gel that I really like using at night too. So that's another way that you could do it. So here we go. Eddie is a troublemaker. Well, no kidding. See, what do you think about the rollers people use on their face? I think it depends on the roller. I think they make some that are really good for lymphatic drainage, and the ones that just roll, I don't know how well those work. But for lymphatic drainage, I really like it. I didn't do it this morning, you can tell by my gels, but you I have a lymphatic drainage thing that I use, and it helps with the jawline immensely. So, yes. Absolutely. Love those things. Love those tools. So I love rolling down the river. Okay, are you going to start singing, Scott? Are you singing already? Lymphatic drainage. What is that? That's all your lymph glands in your neck and under here that get filled with fluid and things. And if you put pressure on it, it actually drains the lymph nodes, and it actually helps. So Eddie is trilingual. He speaks American, Puerto Rican, and Brooklyn. I love it. I've always said that I'm bilingual. I speak geek and I speak normal person, because I'm like a tech translator all the time with people who don't know about technology. So that's my second language. If you check into the lymphatic drainage, there is a ton of material on it right now. It's a really hot hot topic right now. So, yep. And other. Okay, so you speak other. You speak American, Puerto Rican, Brooklyn, and what else? There we go. Zach's got it. Talk nerdy to me. Absolutely. Gotta love that. We'll definitely check on that for sure. Cool. Definitely. Check it out. I love new stuff and new things to look into and all kinds of self-care. You know what? I don't mind the wrinkles and the aging and all of that, but I will tell you, I'm going down fighting. So, I still use, full skincare and make sure that I'm taking care of my skin and use stuff for under the eyes and all of that. So, I'm I'm going down fighting just like the rest of everyone. So, I get it. It's a struggle. So, Italian, some German, French, bad Spanish, okay. So now we are up to what? 7 languages? Wow, okay. The aging is just a sign of maturity in mind. It's perfectly okay. It's better than okay. Your girlfriend your girlfriend Jody swears by the gua sha jade thing, the face thing? Yes. Those are I have one of those too. And Liz says she's fluent in sarcasm. That is true, as am I, which is why I love you. I didn't know that Jody used one of the Guisha jade things. So here we go. She has a bathroom full of stuff. I think she's stunning en naturel. Thank you, Chef Todd. You are so sweet. I am mostly fluent in movie quotes. Yes. Absolutely. Well, what's funny is that Cruising Lizard and I will have whole conversations where we don't actually type anything. We just send each other memes and GIFs. So it's like just little animations and memes back and forth for entire conversations. So very, very true. Okay, you have a machine at home, like a suit for my belly to cover my legs to do an hour daily. It's like a massager on the legs and it feels great. Ooh, Eddie, what's that called or who makes it? That's I like that idea. That could be cool. Use it for the legs. Fantastic. They have all kinds of different tools and things that you can use. I'm also using something for under eye that is red light therapy and electric stim that is I'm finding helping under my eyes a lot. So, makeup or no makeup, what's the preference of most people? You know what? I tend to go for a much more natural makeup, but I don't like going with absolutely no makeup. I find that for me at least, if I don't have at least some eyeliner and some mascara on, my eyes, I think, just disappear. So that's always a thing. And my grandmother always said to put on red lipstick if you weren't feeling well. So I am a fan of putting on lipstick as well. So those are definitely I don't wear nearly as much makeup as I did before, but still. And Shannon says I never leave the house with at least mascara and lipstick. Yeah, I'm that way with eyeliner and mascara. So there we go. Any tips for the rosacea? Oh, you know what? I don't suffer from rosacea, so I don't have any good rosacea tips, but maybe some other folks in the chat do, because I know that that's definitely a battle. So, yeah, I'm with Shannon. I just really cannot leave the house with like no makeup on. The only time that I will leave the house with no eye makeup on is if I'm wearing like big sunglasses, and then I'll just put on a bright lipstick and wear the sunglasses out and not take the sunglasses off. And there we go. We do it that way. Tiffany says, I only wear makeup for weddings and funerals. It's been so many years now. It's been many years now since I have worn any makeup. Okay, there we go. And Scott says, any tips for keeping the woodlickers or teachers away? Oh my goodness. I don't think the gui sha is jade is going to help with that. Okay, the only time I leave the house with no makeup on is when I go to the car to get something. Oh my goodness. Oh, Cheryl, thanks so much for coming in. Happy Sunday to you, Sally. So great to have you here. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. And Zach is just face palm totally. I love that. I absolutely love that. Well, I will say that I have started using a new line of skincare over the past few months that I am loving. And it is called Bioma. And what it does is it focuses on building the barrier, your skin's barrier, and making it better. And I will tell you that my skin looks better. It's not breaking out as much. And my esthetician, because I get a facial every month, has said my skin has never looked better. And I've been using her for years. So I think a huge part of it is skincare. And the better care I take of my skin, the less makeup that I have to wear. So I like to balance it out that way. So those SOPs keep coming back like indigestion every week. The woodlickers and the teachers, yes, they do keep coming back. I've also been very impressed with the foundation from Il Makiage, although it doesn't last all day. Oh, but it's a good match. It's a good color match. How does it feel on the skin? Because I stopped wearing foundation because I just always I felt like it was a mask all the time. And plus, with the hot flashes, I sweat so much that it would just be running down my face. So yeah, couldn't do that. And Cheryl reminding you to hit the like button. Thank you for reminding everyone. I appreciate it. We've got 15 in the house, so please, if you're enjoying the show, make sure to hit the like. It feeds the algorithm and it helps the channel grow. So I appreciate it very much. So talk to me about the Il Makiage. So it's smooth, creamy, good color, good coverage, great brush. Okay. Again, I find that with the hot flashes, I just don't do the foundation as much, but that's awesome that you found something that works. So Linda says, I don't do any makeup anymore. Feels like a clown with crap on my face. I love it. I love it. Well, we wouldn't want to feel like that. We wouldn't want to feel like a clown with crap on your face. For some ingredients like oatmeal and honey are also good for the face. Do you like Oh, I love getting facials done. The esthetician who I go to is really gentle. She doesn't do a lot with extractions. So it's much more, I usually get some kind of like, not a hyaluronic acid, but like salicylic acid or some kind of peel of some kind. And then she does a mask. It's fabulous. It feels amazing. It feels absolutely amazing. And Linda, that was too funny. I love that. So plus love me or leave me, I'm going to look the same any time of day. I don't blame you, Linda. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm over the hot flashes. That would be bad with foundation, but I already have really bad redness. Oh, you've got the redness. So can you help? Is it rosacea or is it just redness? because we had an earlier question about rosacea. And that I can't answer because I am very fortunate that I don't have that. So I don't have to worry about the covering the redness for that. So I'm able to get away with not doing foundation, which I feel like I'm really lucky that I'm at a point where I can get away with not doing that. It's funny because when I was younger, I used to wear like a full bead. I mean, I would put on the foundation and the powder and set it and bake it and the whole 9 yards. And really it was a lot. So, and I just don't wear that much makeup anymore. I just don't like it. Yeah, hot flashes are from Satan. 100%. Absolutely. I thought they were both the same thing, the redness and the rosacea. Some people just get redness and some people actually have rosacea. So it depends. And Billy says he forgot to smash the like when he came in, but went back and hit it just now. Thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate you. I have the red in my cheeks all the time, and I just embrace it, but that's me. I get it, Tiffany. Hot flashes. Oh, don't get me started. Oh, yes, they are awful. Awful, awful. You get Scott gets hot flashes when he sees Cheryl shake them cheese. I don't think that's a hot flash. I think that's something else, but you are hilarious. Okay, so Shannon's been told different things by different dermatologists, so who knows? Maybe the rosacea and the redness are kind of the same thing. So it could be. And Kevin with Tuber Chat is here. Word up to you, sir. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. And Danny's saying, Scott, oh my. Oh, let's all say hey to Kevin. There we go. Thank you. Liked and shared on Reddit. I appreciate it so much. I just appreciate you all helping get the channel out and getting more viewers, and the subscriber numbers are climbing slowly, but they are at least moving in the right direction. So I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. So everybody say, oh, so Scott is saying, thank you for saying he's hilarious, because he is. And Kevin saying, hey to everyone. So awesome. Thank you so much for coming in and saying, hey, we are at the tail end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something this week with our Yiddish word of the week. And remember to try and use the Yiddish word of the week in a sentence. So thank you for that. And oh, you are so welcome. I'm so glad that I got to be the first super chat. That was awesome. It was a great premiere and I'm happy to do it. So remember to use oy vey or oy veyasmir for bonus points at least once this week. I appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will talk to you on Tuesday and Thursday morning for Level Up, and back again next Sunday for more Brunch and BS. Thank you so much. And oy vey, it is over. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming in. Love you all. Stay weird. Bye.